I just finished reading a 900-page novel written in 1850, and out of all the drama, the betrayals, the romance, and the rags to riches story, the thing that hit me hardest was two friendships between a grown man and a boy, and between a tailor and that same boy who now is grown up. Now, before you scroll away thinking that this is a book club video, stay with me. Because what Charles Dickens understood 175 years ago is something as we men have catastrophically forgotten in 2026. Male friendships isn't optional, isn't survival. David Copperfield is a boy who loses his father before he is born. His mother remarries a cruel man. He is sent away to work in a factory as a child. He is beaten, humiliated, and utterly alone. He then runs away, penniless, starving, to find his only living relative, his eccentric, kind hearted aunt. But on that journey, and in the years that follow, he doesn't just find family, he finds father by choice. Mr. Peggotty, a humble fisherman who lives in a converted boat on the beach. He's not educated, he's not rich, but when David's mother dies, Mr. Peggotty doesn't hesitate. He takes David in, he doesn't lecture him, he doesn't try to man him up. He just says, stay. And he cooks for him, he lets him cry, he tells him, you're safe here, my boy. And then there is Mr. Omer, a tailor with a shop run by his son in law Joram. Mr. Omer is a cheerful, bit frail, and deeply sentimental. When David visits him as a young adult, Mr. Omer doesn't treat him like a client or a stranger. He treats him like a nephew. He shares stories, he laughs, he asks about David's life with genuine curiosity. He sees David fully, warmly, without judgment. Neither of these men had any obligations to David. No blood relations, no finance incentive, no social pressure. They only chose him because they saw a young man who needed witnessing. And Dickens, writing in an era of stiff upper lips and Victorian stoicism, was bold enough to say, this is what makes a man noble. Not his wealth, not his status, his ability to love man deeply, openly, without fear. Now, fast forward to today. We are more ways to connect. We have more ways to connect than ever, and we have never been more isolated. We scroll, we like, we comment, but we don't sit. We don't cry. We don't say, you are safe here, my brother, and it's killing us. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, and I'm not going to sugarcoat this. Men are in a crisis. Globally, men die by suicide at rates 3 to 4 times higher than women. In the UK, it is the single biggest cause of death for men under 50. In the US, it's similar, and the number one predictor social isolation. No poverty, no job loss, though those hurt. The number one predictor is whether a man has someone he calls at 2 a.m., someone who won't judge, someone who will just listen. And here's the cruel irony: men are raised to be independent, not to burden others, to man up so that when the loneliness creeps in, when the marriage gets rocky, when the job gets boring, when the kids leave home, we don't reach out. We double down on isolation. We convince ourselves that this is just how it is. But Dickens, through Mr. Peggotty and Mr. Omer, is showing us from the 19th century, no, that's a blatant lie. David didn't need a lecture, he needed a hand on his shoulder. He needed someone to say, I see you, you matter, stay for dinner. And here's the secret that modern psychology backs up: men bond differently than women. Women bond face to face, talking, sharing emotions, processing verbally. Men bond side by side, doing things together. Fixing a car, playing a sport, walking in silence, working on a project. Mr. Peggotty didn't sit David down for a therapy session. He took him fishing. He taught him to mend nets. He walked with him along the shore. That was the therapy. And Mr. Omer, he talked while he was working, measured fabric, cutting patterns, telling jokes. He didn't force vulnerability. He invited it through shared activity. Gentlemen, if you're struggling, and many of you are, the answer isn't always a therapist. The answer might be a workbench, a basketball court, a campfire. Find something to do with another man, and in the doing, the talking will follow. I promise you. Okay, so we have diagnosed the problem, we have looked into Dickens for a blueprint. Now let's get practical. How do you, yes, you watching this, actually build these friendships in a world that doesn't make it easy? Step 1: just lower the bar. We think friendship has to be this deep, soul barring, brothers for life thing from the start. No, it starts with proximity and repetition. Mr. Peggotty didn't adopt David overnight. He fed him day after day, small acts, consistent patience. So, join a club, a running group, a church small group, a D&D camping, a volunteer fire department, showing up every week, not when you feel like it every single week. Friendship is proximity over time. Step 2: ask the question. We ask, how are you? They say, fine. We move on. Ask again. No, really. How are you? What's heavy right now? And here's the trick: share something real about yourself first. Men mirror. If you say, I've actually been struggling with sleep lately, work's been brutal, you give him permission to drop the mask. Step 3: make the first move repeatedly. This is the hard one. Invite him to coffee, take to a game, to a hike. If he says no, invite him again in 2 weeks. And if he says yes, lock in the next hangout before you even leave. Same time next week. Men are terrible at initiating. Be the exception. Be the Mr. Peggotty who says, come in, boy, I've got a few pot of stew. Step 4: create a third place. Home is the first place, work is second. Third places are community where third places are where community happens. The barber shop, the gym, the garage, the pub, the fishing pier, anything. Find one or create one. Start a monthly poker night, a Tuesday night grill session, a Saturday morning car wash meetup. Doesn't matter what it is. What matters is that it happens regardless of who shows up. Consistency is the farthest of trust. And here's the beautiful thing: when you do this, when you become a friend maker instead of a friend waiter, you don't just heal yourself, you create a container for other men to heal too. That's community. That is what Dickens was showing us through Mr. Omer little tailor shop, a place where men could drop in, be seen, and leave a little lighter. Here's the thing about male friendships that nobody talk about. It's not just for you. When you build a genuine friendship with another man, you change his life and he changes his family's life. And that family changes the neighborhood and the neighborhood changes the city. The lonely man is a dangerous man, not because he is evil, but because he is unmoved. He has no one to check him, no one to say, "Hey, you're spiraling, let's walk." No one to model gentleness. But the connected man, he is a force for good. He is patient with his kids, he is present with his wife, he is generous with his time, he laughs more, he cries when he needs to, he lives longer, literally. Studies show that men with strong social ties have lower blood pressure, stronger immune system, and lower rates of dementia. 50% reduction in mortality risk. That's bigger than quitting smoking, bigger than exercise. So when I read David Copperfield, I didn't just see a 19th century novel. I saw a survival manual. I saw a blueprint written by a man who understood the boys that became men when older men as them see them, and that men become elders when they reach back and pull younger men up. So here's my challenge to you, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Before this week is over, reach out to one man. One. It could be your dad, your brother, your old college roommate, a neighbor, a co worker you have always respected. Don't overthink it. Send a text that says, "Hey, I was just thinking about you." No agenda, no, you just wanted to check in how is life treating you. And if you're feeling bold, follow up with, "Want to grab a coffee or a beer next week?" My treat. And if no one comes to mind, if you genuinely don't have a single man you could call, then I want you to do something even braver. Go to a place where men gather, a gym, a church, a community workshop, a men's group, and just show up. Sit in the back, listen, and when you are ready, introduce yourself. Say, "I'm new here, I'm looking for a community." I promise you, there are men right now praying for someone like you to show up. Men who feel as lonely as you do. Men who wish they had a Mr. Peggotty. Be that man for someone else. And let someone be that for you. No man is an island, but we never taught to build bridges. So build one today. If this video meant something to you, drop a comment below. Tell me about a male friendship that changed your life or a friendship you are hoping to build. And if you are a man who needs to hear this, send it to him. Not because he is a weak, but because he is a human. Thanks for watching and take care of each other. See you next time. Bye.